Hi everyone. Uh, Hi everyone. Today we are discuss about US payroll and taxation. US payroll is nothing but a uh, hello. US payroll is nothing but a to pay employee specific period of time. It's weekly or semi-weekly or bi-weekly or monthly. It includes all the salaries and bonuses and all the deduction in on time. Taxation is nothing but it's a collection of financial contribution from the employees uh, for the public development like uh, healthcare and public projects and public economic growth. And in this, we are discuss today about types of US workers like W2 employees, 1099 contractors, and cop to cop contractors, and US taxation system uh, and different type of classification key and forms in claim forms in US like W2 claim forms and 1099 cop to cop arrangements. For the US taxation, there is no difference for US citizens and green card holders and residents for tax deduction. Uh, in parallel, discussing about employee compensation. Gross pay is nothing but a what is the total earnings to get to give to employee without any deduction is nothing but a gross pay. Deduction, the amount within the gross pay uh, deduct for taxes like taxes and benefits. It is nothing but a deductions. And deductions, the taxes will deduct like federal income tax and state income tax and FICA taxes and other deductions. Federal income tax is nothing but it's depend upon the salary. They'll deduct federal tax. It is used for in the W form. W form is nothing but a tax that withhold from the employer salary. It is involved in W form. And federal deduction is about 10 to 37% based on their income in US. And state income tax is nothing but state income tax is not same for all the states. Like some states are have no tax, like Alaska, Florida, Texas, Washington, some other tax states also they don't have any tax. And FICA is nothing but Federal Insurance Contribution Act. In it, Social Security and Medicare tax involved. Uh, and these taxes also half of the amount deducted from the employer's salary, and the other half amount like 6.2% from employer's salary, and Medicare 1.45% of employee salary. um, for employer also will add some contribution in this taxes. We'll discuss that in next slide. Other deductions with us, with the employee agreement, if employee is okay, then health insurance and retirement contributions also deduct from employer compensation. Next, employer compensation. uh, as we discussed before, social security and Medicare taxes, employee will contribute 6 point, employee will in employee salary, they'll deduct 6.2% of social security and 1.45% of Medicare tax. Employer also contributes some taxes, and I mean half of the taxes like 6.2% of social security and 1.45% of Medicare. It is on wages to an annual cap based on the salary. Like salary is less than $1,60,000, $1,60,200 up to $1,60,200. Uh, they will contribute 6.2%. I mean, employer contribute. That is nothing but a cap up to limit. For Medicare, there is no limit. They will contribute 1.4% at any cost. Unemployment taxes. Unemployment taxes is nothing but a provide financial assistance to workers who are not willing to do a job uh, without their mistake. For them, all the taxes will paid by the employer. In it, we have two types, like federal unemployment tax and state unemployment tax. And payroll taxation and filing. uh, this is all filing forms like form W2 and form 941. Form W2 is nothing but a tax statement used for how much taxes deduct from the salary. uh, the statement will provide at the end of the year. Mostly the statement will provide before the Jan 31st. And it is used for the complete annual income tax returns. uh, Coming to 941, it is one of the form which is used for quarterly federal tax return. The employee will file this tax yearly 4 times to know how much tax deduct from their salary, and to check the correct amount is deducted or not, to paid IRS or not. I mean, to pay government or not. It is involved in 941 form. Form W4. Form W4 is also known as withholding certificate, employees withholding certificate. It is nothing but used to know how much federal tax and will deduct from the salary, depend upon the tax and their factors. And type of employees. First, W2 employees. It is W2 employees nothing but full-time or part-time workers. They deduct the they deduct the wages, I mean taxes from their total wages. 1099 contractors. The total salary will paid off the employees, and they are responsible for their own tax. The employer will won't pay any tax for 1099 contracts. 1099 contracts is an individual contract, or they are independent contract. They will pay their own taxes, like all type of taxes. Tax overview. Tax overview is not involves in federal taxes, state taxes, self-employment taxes. Federal taxes is nothing but, as we discussed before, in employee compensation, it is uh, uh, deduct from the employee salary up to 10 to 37% based on the income. And state tax is nothing but different, you know difference between difference in various states. Some taxes have no tax. We already first discussed about in first slide. uh, Self-employment taxes. It is like a 1099 contract. This tax is paid with 1099 contracts. Like they are not responsible, employers are not responsible for their own taxes. uh, the employee will pay responsible for all type of taxes, like in W2 and W4 forms. Some amount, I mean half of the amount of social security and Medicare taxes will pay by the employer. And for self-employment tax, they won't pay any tax. Total taxes, I mean state and federal and social security full tax and Medicare full tax will pay their own self. And oh, this. The reference, here all type of taxes, about all type of taxes. uh, Next, coming to tax terms. W2, we have three taxes: W2, C2C, and 1099. W2 is nothing but a you know employer will deduct the all type of taxes within the salary. And the corporation, C2C is nothing but one corporation to another corporation. uh, and 1099 is nothing but a individual contract, they will pay their own taxes. And next topic is W2 form and 1099 form and cop to cop arrangement. How to file, W2 form and 1099 form, how to claim their, what is all involved in that forms, will let you know. W2 form, it is, W2 form is nothing but the document which is uh, report their wages, tips, and other compensation. It is all involved in W2 form. Who will get W2 form? You know, the employer who is, hired employee of the company, they will receive the W2 form. In W2 form, what are, how much they are in it, and how much deduction for state and federal tax and social security and Medicare contribution, and what are all the benefits and tax incomes, all involved in W2 form. And tax implication, like, some other benefits like health insurance, retirement deductions. It is nothing but a the employee will automatically deduct the tax portion of the employee's salary. The half of the Medicare and Social Security tax will pay by the employer, and the amount is depends upon the filing and earning of the employees. Next slide will be 1099 form. It is also same as above. Uh, Used to it is also their earnings. It involved in their earnings under common wages, all the things. 1099 NEC, it is nothing but a non-employee compensation. It is also involved in it. I mean, self-employment. Who will get, this 1099? The independent contractor or freelancers, like jobless workers. They won't work with any employee. They will work with independently to a company. If they earn more than dollar 600 uh, in the span of 1 year, they will get 1099 NEC form. 1099 NEC form is nothing involved in, where they got income and who will receive income. It all the information will in 1099 NEC form. And who are, what is the thing that reported in 1095 form is nothing but individual received company. I mean, what is how much they are in, and how much they are paying to government. I mean, all the taxes will involved in it. And tax implication, 1099 contractor will receive all the salary. They won't deduct from the employer. They are responsible for their own taxes. Employer will not receive or paid any taxes. And also, from Medicare and social security, half of the portion also not paid by the employer. The individual is responsible to pay their own tax. And cop to cop arrangements, no, uh, a contractor will, operate their own businesses legally, like cop to cop, C corporation and S corporation and LLC. They will provide services to another company or any other client who are involved in it. I mean, such as LLC and S corporation will involve in they will operate this, and they will provide a service to the client company, and the client is deals with the 1099 is deals with the contractor company. They won't work with the client. They pay directly to the contractor company, not to employee. I mean, the salary and tax will pay directly to the another contractor company. They won't pay the employee. With tax implication, the client is paid total salary to the contractor company or a business of the contractor company. They are responsible for their own taxes. It includes self-employment and business expenses also. uh, the contractor company is also responsible for their own company taxes. It depends upon the what type of business and how much their income, how much income they are earning. And next, US taxation for citizens, residents and foreign workers, like a W2, 1099 and cop to cop. uh, US taxation for citizens and residents. uh, Citizens and residents, they are also taxed on worldwide income. For US taxpayer, they have to report their income from all the sources. If they are earned within the country or outside the country, they have to inform and they have to pay the tax and tax filing. uh, and they are filing with the form of 1040 form. And for tax returns, the form is nothing but used by the US citizens and residents to check income deductions and calculate the tax throughout the year. It also used for the individual to file their federal income tax, how much they paid to the Internal Revenue Service, like IRS. Tax rate, the tax rates is depend upon the pay and how much wages they get. It depends upon the tax rates. Foreign workers, like foreign workers, um, it is nothing but a persons who are not US citizens, but they are working within the US. If they are not US citizens, still they have to pay US taxes with the within the income they get. For US citizens and foreign workers, the taxes are the same. They are also filing 10040 form. US citizens will 10040 form filing by US citizens, and residents will file that 10040 NR form. uh, Tax territory benefits. Tax territory is nothing but some benefits from between the US and uh, foreigner workers there of their country. They may eligible for low tax on certain type of income. For some types of income, uh, there is a link between their home country and foreign, I mean US. On that time they are eligible for decrease the taxes. W2 employees, W2 is nothing but worker working for a company. uh, Tax withholding, tax withholding, the employer will hold the all type of taxes from the employee's salary, like social security, Medicare, federal states taxes from their salary. And as before we said, the employer also contributes some of the salary, some of the amount for social security and Medicare filing. uh, we already said that W2 form at the end of the year, they will file. It involves all the details about salary and how much deductions involved in involves. And then 1099 contractors, they are nothing but independent contractors, like our freelancer contractors. They are responsible for their own tax. Both the employer and employee taxes will paid by themselves. uh, Next, contract deductions. Contractor can deduct business expenses on Schedule C of Form 10040. Schedule C is nothing but uh, it is used for independent contractor to report their business expenses and deduct business expenses like office supplies, equipment, and uh, travels. Travel for business, development. It comes under Schedule C form, Form 10040. Uh, Filing, there 1099 will filing under form like 10099 NEC form. It is nothing but how much they are paid within the income during the total year. It is also used to report non-employee compensation and cop to cop arrangements. Independent contract use their own corporation for this, like usually S corporation, C corporation, and LLC. Tax treatment. The corporation itself is responsible for all type of taxes and tax obligations, include employer side and uh, social security, Medicare tax also, and corporate taxes. Form 11020 is nothing but a form filled by the C corporation, and 1120S is nothing but a form which is filled by S corporation. For filing, they'll use 1040 form for income tax filing. Then compare, difference between W2 1099 cop to cop. For W2 taxes, the employee will withhold the uh, tax deductions and paid the salary. And 1099 contractors, uh, they pay a total salary. They won't withhold any salary. In cop to cop, they won't withhold. In W2 employees only, they withhold the salary. For employer contribution, a W2 social security and Medicare tax will contribute by employer. In 1099, they won't contribute any social security. And cop to cop also same, they won't contribute any for employee social security and Medicare tax. Self employment tax, they W2 employer will not pay any taxes for self employer. In 1099 contract, they are independent contractor, like they are freelancer. They are only responsible for their own contract, like that self employment. They are responsible for pay their own tax. In cop to cop also, like that, they are responsible for their corporation tax. And bench in W2, they got benefits like health and retirement. And 1099 and cop to cop, based on their flexibility and based on their wish. uh, if they are okay, they will uh, pay, or they are not pay. Filing form, in W2 they are filing with W2 form only. In 1099, their filing form is nothing but 1099 NEC. Cop to cop, they are filing uh, with their corporation. In it, we are also know 1120 and 1120S forms for C corporation and S corporation. Here we go. We'll check. Here we go. Calculations based on their salary. If the person get weekly salary, salary type hourly in US, they are get hourly salary. Per hour they are get $80 means 40 hours per week. They'll get hourly $80. Here we'll calculate that tax. Weekly they get $3,200. As federal and income tax, they'll deduct $566.82, and social security $198.40, and Medicare tax $46.440 they deduct from the salary, and they finally get $2,388.38. This is all about tax filing, tax terms, and tax arrangements in US. Hello. If you have any questions, you can ask.
Yeah, thanks for the session, Vinay. And Anil, I think if you have any questions, guys, let me know. This is a simple topic for payroll. Uh, we are here. We will be here to answer any questions on the payroll.
Balaji, in the last slide, there is, can you please explain clearly the calculations? The last one.
Calculations. No, calculations is not. Yeah, go ahead to the previous slide, please.
No, not this.
This one, you mean?
No, yeah, can you please come down?
Yes.
Come down. He was explaining about the calculations. No, I mean the percentage of tax calculated on
No, no. The tax calculator percentage varies from state to state. There will be standard is the federal taxation.
Okay.
But based on the state and the county where you are living, it all depends on the county level. There will be a separate tax. Like if there is a school district tax, there will be additional tax on that. So what ADP does is it takes your address or any payroll system like Intuit or any payroll system. Once you fill the W-4 form to your employer, they will calculate based on the county. On that county, what is the level of taxation is there. So this will give a ballpark figure. ADP will give a ballpark figure for the state and the federal tax and based on your city. But for actual taxation to your local thing, it depends on the school district where you are in.
So we don't have to calculate anything manually.
No, nothing. It just gives some ballpark. This one, you have nothing to do. Only thing you have to understand as a recruiter is what kind of questions a job applicant will ask you. Like, is it monthly payroll or is it weekly payroll, bi-weekly, or what kind of payroll it is? That's one thing they will ask. The second question is, what is it the taxation? Taxation is if some person doesn't know like who is coming from out of country here, okay, so they might be asking you like, what is the taxation here? Say for example, your company has applied an H1B visa, like some other visa, TN visa, E3 visa, to one of the applicant from Australia or like some other country. They might be asking you what kind of taxation it will be there in United States. So that is the only time you guys can give like, you can check with your accounting team and ask them what kind of payroll we are running. I mean, what payroll software we are using, whether Intuit or payroll, or there is like Sure payroll. There are different kind of payroll applications. Each and everyone will have this resources to calculate the payroll, but that will just give ballpark figure only. You don't need to go in depth of this one. All you have to know is how many hours they'll be working, what could be the salary. That's all.
Thank you.
So here we have to remember one thing is we are not accounting people. We are just here for recruitment here. So when you are recruiting, you need to know details about every single thing, but no need to know in depth. If you are not clear on any question, you can always say, I'll talk to my manager or I'll talk to respective person in that company and get back to that information. That you always can say that. But at least a minimum thing like what you have to answer is what kind of payroll your company supports, whether it's bi-weekly or monthly. That definitely you need to have an answer for it. And second thing, what is a payroll date? Like, by what date they can expect the payroll? And what is when we can get a W2 form, those things like that. But W2 forms and all those things will be routed to accounting team. You will not deal with that. If you know these three questions, that is good enough for a recruiter. But you definitely need to have a topic. I mean, you should be aware of what is a payroll and all those kind of questions. Yeah.
Balaji, one more question. Are you going to
Mhm.
take a session on Boolean search? That is also
Yeah.
important, right, for a recruiter to.
Yeah, that is next topics. Like when we get into the recruitment and everything, that is where we have to spend a lot of time. But these are all the basic topics. Before that, we want to teach you guys how to do post a job. To do a post a job, like you guys need to know all these basics. What is a payroll? What is a contract and everything. So we are covering all these tracks to get to the topic of posting jobs. So without this basic knowledge, you cannot post any jobs. Okay. Boolean search and everything comes after posting a job.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Is any other question?
Yeah, Balaji, this is only from your side. I just want to let you know, like the H1B candidate, if there is like a family, I mean, he has a family over there, then the dependent visa can work or not, work visa or not for H1B candidates.
No, they said we covered in the yesterday topic. It is the H1A applicant main primary person should have I-140 approved. Then only the dependents can apply for H4 EAD.
Oh, okay, fine, fine.
Yeah.
Last session I can't attend. That's why I asked you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm. Any other questions, guys? Okay. Yep. If you have any other questions, I will be available on the WhatsApp, and you can always check the uh, recordings on the YouTube. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Bharat. Thank you.